You don't find projects like this in the county. You don't find them in other counties. You don't find them in the state. And it's a step in a direction that we needed to take, and I am so proud of the partnership we were able to put together. It is a sad commentary that 5 years is seen as fast. And I am hell-bent on cutting the time between conception to execution to no more than 2 years, and less if possible. It is absurd the way the process works today, and this ought to be a poster child for why we need to make the changes that we need to make. But I'm excited about the affordability here especially. It is remarkable to put together this project with the deep affordability we've been able to achieve and the ownership opportunities we're able to achieve. And I think as we work with the Moore administration, this is the kind of project when if we're asking for help in Montgomery County, we can lay out a project with levels of affordability and 3 and 4 bedroom units you see nowhere. Go to Bethesda and try to find an affordable 3 and 4 bedroom unit in a new building. You won't find it. This is an opportunity to do that and to show the Moore administration that we're the kind of partners that can deliver on his vision for more ownership and more affordability for families. And so I'm really proud of our partners, AHC and Habitat, for sticking through this. Thank you so much. You endured 5 years, and I'm glad that we're finally at the point this is going to start. This is, really important because, we struggle with affordable housing. And for too long, we've asked for too little. We get 12.5% to 15% affordable units on the typical deal. That's it. Our MPDU program serves people between 60 and 75% of AMI, area median income. That's $60-something thousand to maybe close to $80,000. We don't serve the people that this development is serving. We flat out don't serve them. And we don't serve people who make a little bit too much for these units and don't make enough to get into the market. So we need to broaden what it is we require. We need to start thinking about, just like we think about complete streets, we need to think about complete communities. We need to think about them. We're approving large-scale development, that the development meet broad community needs and not just simply wealthy housing and then a smattering of MPDUs to make us feel that we've satisfied our political obligations. We need fully integrated developments where anybody can find a place in Bethesda and not just the lucky few. So those are the kind of changes we're looking to push. We're going to push on no net loss of affordable housing. You can't have situations where affordable units are lost, new units come up, and there are fewer new affordable units than the units you knock down. That ought to bother people, that's our policy today. We can change that. We need to have a program to replace the MPDU program that drives wide affordability, not narrow affordability. And we will be proposing a rent stabilization bill because you're not going to have people living in this county as long as rents rapidly escalate faster than wages escalate. We have too many people earning less than 60% of area median income who stand not a chance of finding housing in Montgomery County. And we've got to do better if we expect to be the complete community that we're proud of being. It's great to be proud of what we are. It would be nice to make sure we keep what we are. And Arlington is a cautionary tale. There was a story the Post ran a couple of years ago that Arlington had lost all of their affordable, naturally occurrable affordable housing since 2000. We've only lost 50% of what existed in 2000. Park and Planning says we lose another 10% by 2030. We'll go from 40,000 units to 10,000 units of naturally occurring affordable housing. We've got to stop the bleeding, and we've got to stop the bleeding now. Otherwise, where will those people live, and where will people come who are in those same income groups that, in order to be here? This is really significant. This building is 25 units that are affordable to people at 30% of AMI, 25 units at 40% of AMI, 61 units at 50% of AMI. Those 111 units wouldn't even get built under our current rules. 81 units at 60% of AMI, and 3 single-family houses whose incomes doesn't exceed 70% of AMI. This is a big deal in terms of affordability. The county has put 18 parking lots up for grabs. I green-lighted 2 more projects this week. All these projects are going to have heavy levels of affordability. We've worked with MHP. We've told them to go forward with a big project in Wheaton, which I know Natalie is fond of, where there's going to be lots of affordable housing. There's actually going to be more ownership. And we're getting the Wheaton Arts Cultural Center in the middle of that project. So we're bringing more things here, more complete communities here. So I want to thank everybody who's here today. It's great to see people turning out for an affordable housing project. We never know how many people are going to be in the audience, but I think everybody is really thrilled that we actually filled this place with people. And we're going to give you more reasons to come back. We will continue to announce projects and let you know what we've put on the table. And we're going to continue to make sure that future developers don't get tortured like these people were tortured. We can do a better job, and I think it's our responsibility to do a better job. And the most important reason, setting aside all the moral imperatives, a project that takes 5 years instead of 2 years is 3 extra years of inflation, right? 3 extra years of carrying costs on the property that you're not getting any income off of. So it's a lot of burned money for no purpose at all. So if no other reason, we ought to be fixing this process because it'll be more efficient for whether it's a private sector developer or a public sector developer to do it if we can change the things we do today. And that's what I'm intent on doing. Thank you all very, very much.